Hey, hey, beautiful soul tribe. Dawn here. This is Ascend With Me Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I love you guys so very much. I want to do a reading for the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine collective. It's been a while since I've tapped into the energies in this way. So we're gonna pull energy on feminine, we're gonna pull energy on masculine and try to get a healing message, see where we're at with things and what spirit wants us to focus on, that kind of stuff, okay? Before we get started, if you wouldn't mind, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you to the ones who have already subscribed. You guys, y'all are amazing. I love y'all so much. I really appreciate your support more than you can ever know. I'm just so grateful for you guys. So if you wouldn't mind, and if you vibe with me and you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, like or share. Okay, let's get grounded before we get started. I'm excited to get into this energy, really. I love reading this way, and it's been a while. So let's get started. If you'd like to join me, just listen for the tone, take a deep breath, and find your happy place. All right, let's get started here. Let me make some room here. I might have to play with the angle in a minute. We'll just see how this goes. All right. We're going to start with this deck. It's called the Hidden Realms Wisdom deck. So we're going to pull energy for the feminine, energy for the masculine, and just kind of build and see what comes up, okay? Father God, Holy Spirit, thank you for this day. Archangels, Archangel Michael, please put a white light of protection and shielding around myself in this reading, around my soul tribe. Thank you. Ancestors, thank you. Thank you for this day. Please bring in a message for the collective, the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine collective. Please bring forward a healing message for my beautiful soul tribe today. I thank you for this opportunity. Please help me to hear clearly, see clearly, interpret clearly these messages as they are given to me for the highest good of our soul tribe. For the highest vibrational frequency, truth, healing, and confirmation. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you. Amen. All right, let's see. So let's see what's the energy that Spirit wants to talk about for the Divine Feminine. Spirit, what is the energy for, okay. Ooh, Spirit communication and paying attention. The Hawk Prince, Divine Feminine. What's the energy for the Divine Masculine that we're going to talk about? Divine Masculine, persevering, compensation, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, man. Oh, the first thing I've got to say, Spirit saying, is Spirit is so proud of you, collective. So proud of you. I mean, this is beautiful energy. You've been working so hard. You know, you've been working so hard to connect with Spirit, to purge those things that aren't serving you, to gain new perspectives, to become unified within yourselves, right? And then that's unifying all of us as a collective. Whether you're in union with each other or not at the moment, you're still in union, Spirit wants you to understand, okay? And these are beautiful energies. So they just want you to give yourself a pat on the back and just know that you are so protected, so loved, so cherished, and so admired for opening up to Spirit in the ways that you have, for going within and facing your fears, I'm hearing, tapping into your creativities, okay? And facing these cycles of growth. Natural law and following the divine order and not compromising your integrity, okay? Beautiful energy, yeah. Learning how to be in this reflective energy and laying down judgment, right? Spirit's been working on me big time about laying aside my judgment, my offenses, right? And whatever my masculine may or may not have done, kind of thing. Like, not looking at those things with judgment and resentment and victim mentality in my heart and mind, but I've been purging those things so that, you know, I can embrace the healing, right? And Spirit, I've been communicating with Spirit in order to do that, right? Paying attention as things are presented to me, right? So Divine Feminine, that's what we're doing, right? We're paying attention to the signs and we're no longer focused on the blame game, right? We're no longer expecting our masculine to be this, or even ourselves to be the one way or another. It's laying down all judgment and doing, the reflective work and healing, okay? And masculines, you guys are being compensated for persevering through some stuff right now. So let's just see what these are talking about, okay, Soul Tribe? Let me see where Spirit wants me to go. We're going to go to my energy deck here and just build on each one of these. So for the Divine Feminine, the Hawk Prince energy, paying attention. What is this energy speaking about a little bit deeper for us, please, Spirit? Spirit communication, paying attention. Yeah, it's time. Yes, we're Divine Feminine. We're in this time of rest, okay? We've all been through it, right? We've been going through the spiritual ringer, I'm hearing, for a minute here, doing the reflection. So Spirit wants us all to be in this energy of just embracing this time of rest and rejuvenation that they're giving us because of, our communication with Spirit, right? Like we've reached some type of reward, I'm hearing. A reward of rest, a reward of rejuvenation, okay? It's trusting in the spiritual communication, our knowingness. We have deepened our knowingness, I'm hearing, and now we're more apt to pay attention. We're not just pushing things off, the signs off, saying, oh, well, I must be crazy, or maybe I'm, it's just a coincidence. Like, we see everything as a sign now. We are being led by Spirit, okay? So we can, knowing that every moment of every day, everything we experience and witness is spiritually led because we're in spiritual communication. It gives us this peace, right? Divine Feminine. It's like, that's why we can be in this energy of rest and rejuvenation, because Spirit's in control. We're the obedient servants of where Spirit leads us. Right? We've balanced out our heart. We've been balancing out our minds. We've been letting go of judgment and resentment and unforgiveness and victim mentality. Right? We've cleared the way. We are truly planting seeds for the higher platform for our children and our children's children and the ones that we're walking with now, our collective. Okay, so let's talk about the masculine, the Rainbow Prince being compensated and persevering. Ooh, masculine's getting something financial, door to value, masculine. So you guys are getting some kind of financial compensation for persevering, right? For doing the work. So Spirit's working on masculine, showing them their value, and they're showing them the value of their feminine, I'm hearing. Okay, so a lot of these masculines are focusing on the bag, right? Focusing on the financial end of things, and they're doing good. Right? They're being compensated. So masculines that are doing the work, you're getting a lot of financial gains right now. That's beautiful energy. Okay? Yeah, Spirit wants to recognize feminine and masculine for your strength, is what I'm hearing. That's why feminine, you're in this energy of just peace and resting and being rejuvenated by the Spirit. And masculine, things are starting to come like, yeah, masculine, your strategy, the strategies that you have in regards to finances or what you see as valuable, right? Your strategies are coming through in big ways, I'm hearing. But it's even like the way you used to strategize in order to get value in the world or to see value in the world or have, you're going from striving and strategizing to being led by Spirit too, right? Being compensated for persevering and trusting in what your divine feminines have been trying to, it's like, you're not, your divine feminines aren't crazy. You're on this walk. These masculines are on this. They see it for what it is. They see Spirit too, right? And so you're being compensated for seeing the value of your feminine, seeing the value of yourself, working on your self-worth, I'm hearing, masculine. So you've been working on your self-worth and changing up your strategies when it comes to gaining worth. Whether it's physical worth or emotional worth or your worth of how you perceive things, okay? That's been changing for the masculines is what I'm seeing. Yeah, y'all are coming out of indecision, okay? So if there's been a lot of indecision between the feminine and the masculine collective, it's been spiritually led. Let's talk about this. Spirit, Why is the indecision here between the feminine and the masculine? You guys are having to have strength over this runner chaser dynamic in your lives, right? The hot cold energy that you've been working through. Those are all trigger energies. Those indecisive situations, those times where you don't know if it's this way or if it's that way, or are we going to see eye to eye? Or are we not going to see eye to eye? Right? When the times when you've been judging one another and trying to hold each other accountable, right? All those times are necessary because they've been the triggers necessary for each one of the groups here to grow. It's been the catalyst energy to make each one of you guys to go within, to communicate with spirit, to trust in spirit, to do your self-evaluation, to take your power back over things in this world or of this world, or old perceptions and paradigms of the world when it comes to relationship and how to move in the world and how to perceive the world. All that's being shook up. So you guys trigger each other to go within in these times of indecision, and accepting that is bringing in healing. So, but anyways, tell me about this indecision, spirit, please. Yeah, it's time to embrace the times of indecision. Right? Stop blaming each other in those moments. I feel like y'all are coming out of that though, right? Look at it, your connections as an adventure that it has been on. Not one of y'all is higher than the other, spirit saying. You're just at different understandings at different times. Right? It's not a race. Okay? It's not a comparison thing. It's a I climb up one stair, I turn around and pull you up, and then you climb up one stair, you turn around and you pull me up that stair, kind of thing. Right? It's like one can't move up a step without the other one first moving up the step. One's got to always go up first, and the other one turns around and brings the next one behind them up, is what I'm getting, okay? I'm still learning too, guys, but this is what they're showing me. So it's time to embrace, it's time to come out of indecision and embrace one another, they're saying. Is that what you're saying? It's time to embrace this journey. And yeah, and forgive one another. It's time to embrace the journey and forgive one another, Spirit's saying, okay? And yeah, it's time to release for a new beginning. It's time to release old judgments, old perceptions, old wounds, right? That you've held and put in that account against one another. It's time to clear the debt, Spirit's saying, and truly have this forgiveness for new beginnings. And if you're able to release for the new beginnings, right, you'll know you're going to have this inner peace, and it's like you're going to have peace for the voyage ahead. And feminine, masculine, this isn't just about your relationship. From what Spirit's showing me, there's some kind of energetic shift where you guys are going to need one another to get through it, right? You guys energetically are going to need each other's, you're going to need to be able to embrace one another's energy. Sorry, that's my dog. One another's energies, okay, and have forgiveness, and not to be in this indecisive energy. The key right now is to have strength over the indecision and being able to embrace one another through forgiveness, okay? Whether you're going to come together in this physically, it's about the energetic union, okay? If you can do this within yourself, Divine Feminine, for your masculine, then this masculine's going to be doing this for you too. And if y'all can meet both in this energy, that's how you get through whatever this energetic door is. So yeah, you'll have inner peace. You'll both have this inner peace within yourselves, whether you're together in the physical or not. It's an energetic thing here, okay? But feminine, you're getting rest and rejuvenation. Why is feminine in this energy of rest and rejuvenation currently, Spirit? Why is the feminine in this energy of rest and rejuvenation? Freedom was trying to come out. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of freedom moving forward, right, feminine? You're being given the freedom to move forward, to release the wounds, I'm hearing, feminine. Moving forward, we're going to look at that in a minute. Tell me about this masculine. What's this door to value speaking about for the masculine? What is that energy talking about for the masculine, please, Spirit? Okay. Yeah, masculine's seeing the value and healing the chaos between you guys and finding his happiness and speaking his truth, right? Masculine, if you can, the masculines who are still struggling with this energy, Spirit's telling you now is the time, if you want to be compensated, because you've got there's a reward here coming in for you masculines, but you've got to be in this energy to receive. You got to persevere through the chaos. claim your happiness and move in your truth. Whatever that truth may be, we'll look at this in a minute, but you're going to be you're going to be compensated with something very valuable, masculine, whether it's the key to the doorway energetically, but a lot of you guys, it's in the physical too. And feminine, you guys, we got freedom moving forward. So let's dig into these energies and see what else Spirit wants to talk to us about. Where should I go? Hold on one second. All right, so let's see how. Before we see where we're going moving forward, Divine Feminine, let's see what has gotten us to this point where we're able to move forward. What does Spirit want to talk to us about? So us moving forward, how have we gotten here? It's all about divine timing, so letting go of controlling, right? We don't control the masculine. It doesn't have to be our way or the highway. You know, the masculine doesn't have to be perfect 100% of the time, right? In order for this to work or that to work. We've surrendered to divine timing, and as we learn to surrender, and we've been praying for ourselves, praying for our masculines, and just expecting that whether we're in physical union or not, that divine will bring us into the energetic union necessary because we're doing the work, right? So Spirit's saying it's time to rest. The divine is in control of your union, and they want you to be in that energy of trusting in Spirit, trusting in the divine, that what needs to happen and how it needs to happen is going to happen. Energetically, in the physical, in the spiritual, whatever's necessary for your plan that you have written out, like it's going to happen exactly the way it's supposed to happen. All we can do as Divine Feminine is to continue to focus on ourselves, to continue to focus on love, compassion, forgiveness, right? Our own boundaries of our own worth, things like that. But it says divine timing. It says the divine brings things in the timing that we need. Nothing comes before we are prepared, nor leaves too early. May I always trust your perfect and holy timing, dear Lord. So when it's time to move forward, how we're going to move forward is surrendering to divine timing. That's the only way we're going to get to move forward, feminine, right? Embracing forgiveness, okay? Having strength over our indecision, and letting the divine truly take the wheel. Jesus take the wheel kind of thing is what I'm getting. Being calm and relaxed and in this energy of peace and just resting and rejuvenating, focusing on ourselves is, it's not about the masculine. It's not about anyone else. It's about how do we feel on the inside? How positive or negative are our thought patterns in this moment? And that's all we can be responsible for, okay? Is our inner world, our inner thoughts, our inner feelings, and how we relate to that and how we allow that to relate to the world. Okay? That's what Spirit has had us working on, or wanting Divine Feminine to focus on, because when it's time to move forward, Divine knows when you're ready, and that's when things are going to happen. Okay? But what else? Okay, yeah, it's all about your inner sanctuary. That's what I just was saying. I just channeled this. It says the sanctuary resides inside you no matter what is happening. The inner temple beckons you to enter. Take a deep breath, enter, and sit down on the throne of your own heart. Yes, Divine Feminine. Wow. I love you, Spirit. So yes, so it's about healing our wounds, our heart's wounds, finding balance in our heart space, finding peace in our heart space. It's about your heart going from that heavy feeling, anxious feeling, to being light as a feather, right? Your heart needs to be light as a feather, okay? And in order to purge the things that were heavy and weighing us down, and when we were in our victim mentalities, when we were in our overgiving energies, we have to go within and realize that the only thing, we have no real control, right? The only thing that we can put energy and work into that's going to benefit us is the inner sanctuary. Okay? What else? Whoa. Yeah, and to have an attitude of gratitude no matter the situation, okay? So find just one thing that you feel grateful for right now and let that gratitude pour through your body. It is a healing balm like the warmth of the sun, right? No matter what it looks like on the outside, no matter if, you and your masculine are in union, or you're waiting on your masculine to get his stuff together, or if you're stressing out about the kids, or don't stress. The key is not to stress. Right? The key is to have inner peace. The key is to figure out everything within yourself that is robbing you of your peace, because only you know what those things are. You and the divine, you and spirit, right? So put a spotlight on those things and root it up. Uproot that, Spirit's saying. And the best way to do that is to have an attitude of forgiveness for yourself and others, and an attitude of gratitude for the small things and the big things. Walk your walk with gratitude. No matter what, be grateful for the divine timing of your life. Yeah, it's the work, okay? So when we're in this energy, now we're moving forward towards doing the work that Father set us here to do. Yeah, we can be self-sufficient, right? Our mood, our energy, our hearts it's not going to be, it can't be affected, or our energy won't be triggered or based on what others on the outside may or may not be contributing or doing or capable of, right? We're working through our triggers, and we're taking the power away from the triggers, and we're holding a balance within ourselves. We're holding a peace, and once we get into that energy of being balanced and self-sufficient, that's when the real work begins, Spirit saying. Okay? It says, I'm now available to receive all who can benefit from my work. Use me to relieve suffering on the planet. May all who need me find me. The divine is my complete source for all prosperity and will provide. It's all about the divine. The divine. Okay? Even your masculine or your children cannot be as idols in your heart or in your life, or triggers that are making you emotionally or mentally exhausted, or they're the ones that bring in this overwhelming energy of love. Like it comes from self-sufficiency, which is a relationship with the divine, okay? It can't be triggered or changed based on circumstance. And that's what Father's trying to teach us is divine feminine. That's why we've been put in this energy of resting and rejuvenating, because we're going to be moving forward where whatever, I don't know, we're going to see what's coming up, but we're learning this for a reason, because it's going to be used for whatever this work is that's coming up next, whether it's building these higher platforms for our children and teaching them, right, how not to be emotionally triggered, mentally depressed. Like it's the work we're doing, okay? It's planting seeds, and it's beautiful, okay? And it's whatever you're learning now is it's preparation for whatever's coming next, okay? But we got self-sufficiency. The ultimate self-sufficiency is relying on God. It doesn't mean hiding in a cave and saying, I don't need people. Instead, it's saying, God is my source, and I am willing to receive all the help, love, and support that wants to come to me. It's about being open and not closed off, feeling rejected, resentful, on guard. We keep our boundaries, yes, but we do it in the energy of forgiveness and acceptance, right? Of God as our protector, and if He brings me to it, He'll bring me through it. Right? We do it with an energy of awareness and divine guidance, okay? And self-sufficiency. Anyway, so let's see, going forward, what can we expect for the feminine collective going forward? What else? Yeah, we're going to still face challenges, divine feminine. That's the new direction. So what we're accomplishing now within ourselves with this balance, it's for the challenges ahead. Okay, it's time to get to work for the world we're here to build, right? The light we're here to deposit, okay? We're literally here planting seeds of light and bringing light into the darkness. We're truly building higher platforms for our children, and that's not going to be easy. It's going to come with challenges, and that there are challenges in the new direction. But that's why being self-sufficient and knowing that God is our source and our power, and nothing on the outside, no circumstance or relationship or negative thinking pattern can affect the light that we're here to bring, right? Like that, we got to be powerful in holding our light, Spirit saying, for the challenges ahead. Okay? It says, unbearable situations throw you directly into God's arms if you are open. Please take over, divine, and guide the right actions. Please take this burden and show me your will. So no longer are we in control. We're spiritually guided, right? We're in the divine's will. And it's not going to be easy to, especially when we're in such a we're in a world where we're on the cusp of the old and the new world, right? Which makes it so much harder because we're having to break free from old. We're not just coming in to add to a paradigm and fix a paradigm in this way, or add a truth or an understanding in that way that's already been planted, right? We're here planting completely new seeds for a new paradigm. We're literally starting from scratch, so it's going to have a lot of challenges, okay? It's different whenever, the world's already established in certain things and our souls come in and we just add our light to what's already established. But no, it's bigger than that. Okay, that's why the challenges are the new direction, and we've got to be strong and faithful and know who our God is, know who we depend on, know that no matter what, we can always have a heart of gratitude. Okay. And not let circumstances sway us, right? It's about having a strong faith for us, Divine Feminine, and holding that light. But so it's about surrendering to the divine and knowing that no matter what, the divine is in control. The divine brings us to it. He will bring us through it. And being the voices of faith, being the voices of strength, of love, of compassion, those are the seeds that we want to plant for our children. Not seeds of doubt or conflict or triggers or relationship control, being controlled or controlling another in relationship. We want to bring in seeds of divine relationship, of divine dependence, of divine strength. That's what we're here to do, Divine Feminine, okay? You're called Divine Feminine for a reason. So the new direction we're moving towards says, Lord, please show me the right action right now. Please bring a sign and a miracle that gives clear direction. May I hear the promptings of my own body. And if for some reason I'm about to head the wrong way, please stop me. This is divine dependence, right? This is why we've got spirit communication. We've been in spiritual training to know how to pay attention to spirit. Now we've been through the ringer, right? Now we're in a time of rest and rejuvenation. We're getting ready for the challenges of the new direction, because we've been taught what it feels like to listen to the divine, to be directed by the divine presence, right? We know energetically what feels out of alignment with our divine guidance, our divine beliefs, our intuition. We're no longer just floundering in a world trying to make choices based on what others believe we should do, or how the world's already moving in this or that. Like we're standing apart. We're being set apart, Divine Feminine. Okay? We're being set apart, and we're being set apart to stand out, to be the spotlight, okay, for these directions. Anyways, and yeah, and it's got to do with companionship and knowing that, yes, we may head down the wrong direction, but we don't stay in that. When we're being told it's time to stop, you'll know. We all know how the divine speaks to us energetically, what it feels like, how it affects us in the physical, how it affects us in the spiritual. We know now. We've been trained. We've been going through the motions of everybody wants to call it like spiritual attacks and this and that, and like people are doing black magic, and some probably are. But the divine allows it, or he disallows things, right? So it's like when things start feeling a certain way upon us, we need to take those as cues from the divine that there's a stop sign, there's a slowdown or a stop sign or a redirection, and so it's time to go within and reevaluate what we thought we knew, or what we thought we should be doing, or what we thought we should be accepting, or what we thought we should be believing, right? So those are cues to stop and be still and quiet, get in the energy of rest and rejuvenation to hear the divine. Anytime we're feeling anxious or depressed, any of those heavy energies, right? The divine's been clearing those out, making our hearts light as a feather. That way, anytime just a slight energy comes in that takes that lightness away, that's a direction, that's a cue, right? That's a flashing yellow sign to ask the divine, right? Stop me, show me, direct me, right? Because nobody's perfect, and we are being divinely guided, and we go through our challenges, and it's not always easy to remember that, when we're living it, when we're going through it, sometimes we get ahead, we're just trying to fix a problem, or we're trying to get through something, and we forget to slow down and look at the challenge and dig, right? Dig deeper, I'm hearing, and that's okay. And when we forget to go within, and we're only basing on what's going on the outside, and we're taking triggers and cues from the outside, your direction is going to come from within, right? But when we're taking the cues and the triggers from the outside, then we may make a detour here or a detour there. So the direction is going to come from within, and it's going to be the energies, how you're feeling and moving through energies, okay? Because that's how the divine communicates with us. It's the energies that you feel in your heart chakra, okay? In your crown chakra, those energies, they're either going to be lighter energies or they're going to be heavier energies. And if they're heavier energies, there's always a purpose to it. God is in control of all things, right? So why is the divine allowing it? No matter where it's coming from or why it's coming or whose intention it is for this or that, that's a side note to the fact that the divine is allowing it for your purpose, for a higher purpose for you to gain some kind of understanding, right? Anyway, so that's what I'm seeing, Divine Feminine. Let's look, is there anything in the near future challenge-wise that Spirit wants to talk about? What's the challenge you want us to be aware of? Yeah, we're going to have courage to just be in the divine flow, what I just talked about, courage and flow, okay? That it's going to take courage to be led by the energy, right? Not to control and think that we're being attacked all the time or things like that. Yeah, that's what's going to change. Us being able to flow with energy as it's presented to us. It takes courage to flow and go through this change. It's not easy and it does not feel good. Okay? It doesn't. It really doesn't. Right? It doesn't. When we're in the energy of rest and rejuvenation and the energies are lighter, yeah, that feels like a relief, right? It's a cooling balm. But you guys know when we're going through that heavy energy, when we're being trained by Spirit to understand what does heavy energy mean in our lives and what is it trying to, point out to us, that stuff feels crap. It feels like shit, okay? It feels like shit. You feel like you're under spiritual attack, right? You feel like you're losing your mind sometimes. You feel like everything's out of control, and because it is. It's because it's the divine, right? And he's asking you to surrender to his divine timing and work through the energy with him, right? With your faith, with your trust, right? With your prayers, your meditations, right? Things like that. Divine Feminine, we are the leaders right now of this time, I'm hearing. Okay, so the challenge is it's going to take some courage to gain this freedom, and we're going to have to be open about this with one another and all others, right? We're here to teach this and speak about this and just keep speaking our truths, keep speaking our experiences, keep loving one another and loving those who don't know how to love us back, loving those who are sending that shit, what we perceive as them sending crap against us. God allowed it. Right? Be open with them, call them out, but do it from a place of love and direction of leadership, okay, is what I'm hearing. Not resentment, not holding grudges, not you're against me and I'm against you, because we're all one. That's how we're going to fulfill the divine's plan, okay? We're here to bring the world into unity, is what Spirit's saying. And if we can do that, as we do that, we're going to be blessed along the journey as we take these risks. There's no risk. There's only blessings. No matter what risk God leads you to, Spirit leads you to, trust that you're going to be successful no matter the risk, and you will be blessed. Okay? That's the enlightenment, right? It's divine trust. No matter the risk, And it takes courage to face things that we perceive as risky or fearful or out of our own capabilities, and to do it anyway. Do it anyways, right? That takes a lot of courage, Divine Feminine, but God wouldn't have chose you to be the Divine Feminine, to be here in this time, if He didn't think that you were already going to accomplish and fulfill what He set you here to do. Okay? So just know that, you know. Remember, you got the angel of strength with you. When these risks come up, embrace them, and don't let indecision hold you back. Don't let fear take you into the pit kind of energy, right? Self-pity, right? Control issues, trigger issues. Instead, embrace your risks with just forgiveness in your heart, okay, is what I'm seeing. So let's talk about your goddess energy, and then we're going to move to the divine masculine. I know these feminine masculine readings tend to go a little longer because I'm looking at both energies, but I like doing these readings. Okay, feminine, yes, we've got the green Tara, the Buddha of enlightened action. My soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. This is the key, okay? Your soul is your spiritual communication, right? That's what's guiding you. It's your divine connection. That is your soul, okay? And the way that you're going to take your enlightened action is following your heart. Whatever your heart compels you to do. Your heart will never lie to you. And don't base it on, oh, I shouldn't forgive this person because they harmed me, or I shouldn't do this because this person did that. Don't base it on your boundaries. Have your boundaries, yes. But when it's time to adjust boundaries, when it's time to forgive, when it's time to give each other room to grow, take enlightened action, follow your heart, and allow each other to grow, I'm hearing, okay? What else? Yeah, Our Lady of Guadalupe, the Empress of Protection. Empress, you're protected. Let me grab that from my dog. Sorry. Stop it. Empress, you're protected. I am safe and divinely protected always, Divine Feminine, no matter what. You are always safe. You are always divinely protected. You can set all the boundaries you want for your self-love, yes. But when it comes down to setting boundaries to protect yourself, right? Be wary, because sometimes God puts us in these situations where we're meant to be a light or shine truth, and it's like if Jesus would have never went and ate with the sinners, then where will we be today, kind of thing, right? So don't protect yourself so much to the point, or have your boundaries up so much to the point that you know we're unable to touch those we're meant to touch with our energy, with who we are, with what we've learned, with what God needs us to do here, okay? Because no matter what, God is your boundary, okay? Number one, you are safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times, okay? So try to remember that no matter what, because there's going to be some risks that Spirit's going to ask you to take, and it's going to bring you outside of your comfort zone, and it may be with your masculines, or it may be with your jobs, or it may be with your beliefs, but Spirit's saying do it anyways. Yeah, Queen of the Outsiders. I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. Divine Feminine. We've arrived. The Divine Feminine is rooted, seated, and grounded in this planet. We are anchored. Look, she's got an anchor. Okay? Anchor with a heart. Divine Feminine. This is her. Look, that's our crown. We have light. We're anchored in this world, and we're here to do a job. So understand, you will always be an outsider to those who were here to break free. We're here to free from bondage. We're here to free from old beliefs. We're here to free from, being asleep. We're here to free from the bondage of the devil and the bondage of devilish perceptions. Okay? You will always be an outsider. You will always be a black sheep. So own it. Thrive in that energy. Because all that means is that you have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. Okay? One more, Spirit saying, and then we're going to move to masculine. One more for the divine. Okay, Divine Feminine, what do we got? A white buffalo calf woman. The prophetess of the sacred way. We are the prophetess of the way, the sacred way. That's why we are anchored in this day and age. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. Not boundaries, not resentment, Okay, not blaming each other, not feeling like we got to be on guard 24/7. Yes, people do some stuff in this world, but God's the true protector. And if he brings you to it, he will bring you through it. Please remember that, Spirit saying. Let your heart be your compass. Okay? Not your perception of what the right boundaries are, because you need to protect yourself, but what is your heart saying? What does the true jewel, I'm hearing the jewel of your heart, what lights that jewel up in your heart? Whether it's someone who's crossed a boundary or not. Like Spirit saying, if you have the forgiveness, the boundary is unrecognizable. Like, do you know what anyways? This is what I'm hearing, okay? This is what I'm hearing. So we're the prophetess of the sacred way. Just like Jesus had to go and eat with the sinners and the tax collectors, we're going to have to go eat with our masculines. We're going to have to go eat with these karmics, what we call karmics. Spirit says don't call them karmics, which I'm in a habit of doing that anyways, but they're teaching me to call them unaligned energy. So there's aligned energy and there's unaligned energy. We're moving out of karmic and non-karmic, right? We're all about to be in divine energy. That's the goal for the whole world, to be in the divine energy. So we need to change the lingo, Spirit's telling me, from karmic to aligned and unaligned, okay? Because we're the prophetess of the sacred way. We've been given the truth, the wisdom, and the knowledge and the divine connection. What a blessing. What a blessing to be in these roles, to be in these energies. How much must God trust us and know us and believe in us to give us this role, so my Divine Feminine Collective, right? How blessed are we? No matter how hard it may get along the path, how blessed are we, because your Father sees this in you. Hold on to that as your truth no matter what, okay? Because we will face challenges, but the divine will be with us every step of the way. All right, so let me just pull a crystal card for Divine Feminine on what's going to help us best moving forward. How should we focus on right now? Right now, grow from your hearts. And look, grow from your heart out. It's the chrysophrase. CHRYSOPRASE. Oh, that's a beautiful green stone. Look at that. This is the jewel in your heart, I'm hearing. Anyways, so this will help us grow from our heart out, right? We don't grow from outside situation and experience to within. We grow from within, from our heart, and we affect the outside situations, not vice versa, right? And when we feel like we're protecting ourselves, we let outside circumstance determine on what boundaries we set up around our heart, what boundaries we set up with this or with that. But Spirit's saying when you're leading from your heart and you're growing from your heart out, okay, your heart will lead the way, and the heart will clear up the need for certain boundaries of protection, because the divine is the protector anyways. So it's, what is it? Hypnotic green, I'm not going to say the name, whatever that name is a rare stone with a heavy helping of nickel. Hence its mesmerizing verdant hue. Who needs it? Explorers searching for the fountain of youth. Yes. Oh my goodness. Spirit's been talking to me about the fountain of youth for like 2 weeks now, y'all. I've been talking about it with friends here at work and stuff. We truly are being given the fountain of youth. Like it's when it's this energy, the rest and rejuvenation. It's the inner peace. We're tapping into the fountain of youth, guys. We're living longer than we've ever lived before. Okay, we're feeling more vibrant than we've ever felt before. Okay, as we learn to tap into spirit, it's the divine in us that's keeping us in these vibrant, youthful energies. But where to put it? Squeeze this against your heart and tell your inner child how much you love them. Then cry forever. That's funny, because literally last night I stayed up till 4 o'clock this morning crying. Purging, crying, because I thought I'd done cried everything out. But then one of my friends said one thing to me, and I couldn't hold back the tears. So that told me, look, you thought you healed from this. You thought you were done purging this, but maybe you're not. Maybe you're not supposed to purge it. Maybe you're supposed to feel it. Maybe you're supposed to cry and admit your feelings and feel your feelings and just work through the feelings and find that place of forgiveness, right? But anyways, because, and look, because when to use it is when it's time to forgive. That person who hurt you most, your masculines, some of you, right? Masculines, family members, false friends. Forgiveness is important when it's time to forgive the person who hurt you the most, your parents, and most of all, yourself. You are not a doormat, right? You can have boundaries. You're not a doormat. You're an evolved being. When you feel like giving up on love, this crystal gives you the green light to keep going. So there's a difference in setting boundaries against love and setting boundaries of self-love for a deeper love. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Not to be shut down and closed off to protect yourself, but just, you know, knowing thyself and setting boundaries that nurture thyself. And when you do that, that's when you know you're not repelling energies, but there's space. You still have open space for other energies to approach. Okay, so I guess that's kind of the difference, is what I'm trying to explain in regards to like boundaries and protection and things. Okay, so let's talk to the Divine Masculine. How long has this been on? I don't even know. I can't see the timer. So Divine Masculine, beautiful, beautiful energies for you, feminine. I love you guys so much. This is beautiful. All right, so masculines, you guys are, yeah, you're seeing the value in healing the chaos of your inner self, your inner world, your outer relationships. You're figuring out what makes you happy, and you're learning to move in your truth so that you can also move forward. Okay, so let's talk about healing the chaos, Spirit, for Divine Masculine. Where do you want me to go for that? Hold on. Healing the chaos. Tell me about healing chaos. Is this the right deck? No? Okay, yeah, masculine, you're going to have to take an action. So Spirit's asking you to take action on healing the chaos, whatever that may be, okay? Let's talk about healing the chaos and action for masculine, please. Healing the chaos and ancestors, what do you want to say to these beautiful divine masculines about taking action? Okay, you're going to have to be brave and be honest, masculine. It's time to release the truth, I'm hearing. So that it's time to heal the chaos. Be brave and be honest. So you can, there's value in being honest. Okay? Intend and create. That's the action. So what you're intending to create, Spirit's clearing the way for you, but you're going to have to be honest with yourself and others. And it's going to take you courage because you have a fear of disappointing others. I was telling a friend this earlier, masculine. I would much rather be hurt with the truth, okay, than hurt with the lie. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's like I would much rather someone tell me the truth and risk hurting my feelings, right, than lying to me to try to save my feelings, because that hurts worse. And to me, when someone does that, I see that person as being, they're not doing it for, that person might be saying, oh, I'm doing it for the divine feminine or whoever they're lying to, but really it's the divine masculine. It's being a coward, right? It's you're not doing that for the person you're lying to save their feelings. That's your excuse you may be telling yourself because you lack courage to be honest. I'm not trying to be sideways with you. I'm just trying to tell you, you know, take a deeper look if this is resonating with you, and you need to be honest about something and take an action in order to heal chaos and create what you were intended to create. Yeah, it's time to take charge with authority, masculine. How can you take charge and authority if you're not being honest, right? So ask yourself that question wherever you're falling. But when you get in this energy of taking charge, aligning with your intentions to create, and being brave and honest of what you want to create, what your intentions are, no matter who agrees or disagrees, you take your power back, you're able to take action, and you're healing the chaos, which is your role in the collective right now, masculine. And if you do that, look what you got. You got cornucopia. You got value, okay? That's what I'm seeing. So let me see what else I can see about the masculines here. Let's see, Spirit's telling me to go to this deck. So how do the masculines take charge with authority, Spirit? How do they take charge with authority? Okay, let's see what we got, masculine. It's time for you to have happy times and peaceful pursuits. It's time for you to be peace and to bring peace to all your pursuits, okay? It's time to focus on peace and happy times, right? That's how you're going to take authority. What does intend and create for the masculine? Yeah, the force of love and creation. Look, you got create here twice, masculine. So you're being blessed with support and value because you've got something big to create, okay? And it's got to come from the force of love. It cannot come from the force of resentment. It cannot come from the force of chaos. It's got to come from a force of healing chaos, the force of divine love. If you want to be part of this, what you're meant to create, if you're wanting to be in the authority of the creation, okay, masculine? What you intend is what you're going to create. Okay, are you coming from a relaxed place? Are you coming from a controlling place? Are you coming from a brave place, an honest place? Are you coming from a place of cowardly energy and thinking you're trying to save feelings or please another, right? You got to rip your mask off and be brave and take the action that's required. What is this brave and honest energy talking about? Let's see. Yeah, you got a spirit family, guardian angels, spirit mentors and teachers, and yeah, oh my goodness. It's gonna, devoted spirit. Okay, this is all about you need to tap, Spirit's trying to teach you to tap in to your ancestors, tap into your divine presence, tap into your spirit guides who are here to teach you. You've got ascended masters, talent guides, and you got guides all around you, masculine, that want you to go within, to release control, okay? You got a guardian angel, your spirit family, your spirit mentor. This is all about spirits all around you, masculine, that have a specific intention. We're going to have to look at that real quick. Hold on. Okay, so what is spirit? You got masculine. You are just covered up with spirits right now. Okay, they want you to go within, make the necessary changes for your twin flame connections. 8, 9, because this is a 38, which is an 11. It's time to it's some spirits talking to you, masculines, about how to come into union with your divine feminines, and it's going to take you being brave and honest, okay? But let's talk about this, what is spirit trying to, okay, what are they telling you, masculine? Yeah, it's time to make a true offering, masculine. May I release the fears, illusions, and addictions that keep me from true offering. May I relax into your plan, trusting the next steps will always be shown. Use me, love. Use me for the highest. I am yours alone. Masculine, spirits all over you, forcing you to make a true offering. Like, I feel like, masculine, you're not going to be able to not do whatever this is. You got too many spirits around you. You got teachers, you got family, ancestral guides, and you got the ascended masters here telling you it's time to make a true offering. It's time to release your fears, your illusions, your control, your addictions, okay? Your resentments, your agendas. It's time to surrender all the things that you've been trying to control so that Spirit can show you what the plan is, I'm hearing. What is the plan for the masculines? Let's see. To let go of hardships so things can be more relaxed and easy. May I embrace what's happening right now, as baffling or painful as it is. Help me, God, to trust where you are guiding me. I am yours. Where is Spirit guiding you, masculine? Let's see. Yeah, you're being asked to choose your path right now, okay? But some of you guys are going to have to shift your perception and honor your inner knowingness for what is your path, masculine. You're being tested, okay? It says let go of the need to be right and move in peace. And if you can do that, you're going to have your abundance, Spirit's saying. Abundance of money, okay? And your feminine is the one who's focused on self-love right now, and who is focused on making everything God's, and who is focused on giving you forgiveness, who might have been a little impatient with you as you've been working through your own mistakes, but they've made mistakes too, right? You still have enjoyment, and nobody's perfect. It's time to both of you guys to move in your truth and quit striving against one another and learn to trust that this is true love and that you're both enough. Okay, being enough. It's time to move out of despair and into your own independence and overcome creative blocks with love and empowerment. And also, yeah, be and also with what you're doing with your body, right? Be intent, have intent when you're giving your body out, masculine, right? Is it in alignment with the divine's intentions, or is it lust? Okay, you're blocking yourself if it's lust. Okay. Anyways. So yeah, it's time. It says, may I embrace what's happening? Okay, we read that. Anyways, what else do you want to talk to the masculine about, Spirit? It's time to make a true offering. Yeah, you're being called into your inner sanctuary. Remember, Divine Feminine had this. Well, masculine, you're also being called into the same thing we talked about for the feminine is applying for you too, masculine. All those beautiful things that we just said to the feminine, that's for you too, masculine. But you're right. Remember, Spirit said one steps up and then turns around and pulls right. In the reading, they were talking about stepping on the step and then not one's better than the other, but we turn around and we pull each other up. Well, the Divine Feminine is already on this step of the inner sanctuary, and she's pulling you up, masculine. She's turning around, grabbing your hand with the ancestors and the spirit guides that she's in communication with, that are communicating with you too, because y'all share these masters together, these ancestors, these guides together. But she's turning around and reaching down her hand, okay, to draw you into your own inner sanctuary. Okay, this may not be in the physical. This is spiritual, energetic, emotional, mental things that may be triggering you to go within your inner sanctuary. Instead of blaming your divine feminines, judging your divine feminines, it's time to heal the chaos. And remember what Spirit was saying in the beginning? Embrace that this is whatever's been going on as triggers has been catalytic energy. It's literally your divine, these triggers are you guys reaching back to one another to pull each other up. So that's why we can forgive one another for those times. We realize it's catalytic energy. We don't have to blame one another or judge one another. We realize that those moments are us reaching back for one another energetically to trigger one another, okay, through mistakes or through, where we're at in the moment, things like that. But it's to pull each other side by side, to get each other standing on that same step. And then we'll see what the next challenge is, right? Maybe the next challenge, the masculines are going to be taken off first, because we're in a time of rest, right? Divine Feminine, I don't know. But masculine, the point is, Spirit is using Divine Feminine to trigger you to turn around and energetically grab your hand and also pull you into your own inner sanctuary, so that you guys, this is y'all working together, Spirit's telling me, right? It says the sanctuary resides inside you no matter what is happening. This inner temple beckons you to enter. Take a deep breath, enter, and sit down on the throne of your own heart, masculine. Anything else for masculine here? Yeah, challenge, masculine. Look, you guys are about to be even keeled here. And like you're both being moved towards the same challenges, the same direction, and you're both the preparation to reach the next phase. Even though they're challenges, is what Spirit was talking to about the feminine, about, the balance of the inner sanctuary, the divine dependence, right? The communication with Spirit, which is all around you, masculine, okay? It's very important. Trust me, you're going to be very happy, okay? So it says, unbearable situations throw you directly into God's arms if you are open. Please take over, divine, and guide the right actions. Please take this burden and show me your will. And if you surrender, you're going to be very happy, masculine. And look, we got gratitude on the bottom. Tell me about happiness for masculines. Energy of happiness for masculines. You're about to be very happy. Yeah, charity work. And there's a change, yeah. Okay, so you're about to have more than enough to give, masculine. More than enough energy, more than enough finances, more than enough love. That's what's changing. You're no longer going to be in lack whatsoever, spiritual, emotional, or mental lack, once you reach this plateau right here, once you overcome this challenge of going within for your sanctuary. It says, don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. All you need is the one next action. You can say to love, just show me the first step and change me into one who can take that step. And then charity. Let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways, especially when matters are unclear. May my own holy intuition always guide the way. And this is about you being in charitable energy when it comes to your heart's energy in regards to your feminines also, I'm hearing, okay? And to be patient with and work through your feelings, okay? Your feelings of doubt. And learn to have self-acceptance, okay? Self-acceptance and not to doubt your own selves either. It says nothing is more exhausting than endlessly working on yourself. When you offer your whole being fully to love, self-acceptance arises spontaneously. May I rest in our oneness, dear divine, right? This unity is not about the relationship of one another necessarily as much as it is the divine energetic union of you both coming into the inner sanctuary, coming into union with the divine self, because y'all are one already. Once you get to that point, you're already in union. It doesn't matter what the physical is looking like, Spirit says, okay? And when it's talking about doubt, it says offering all to the divine doesn't mean negativity never arises, right? Masculine doesn't mean it's going to be rainbows and sunshines and everybody's in a perfect world, right? There's work to do. And you, as negativity arises, you hold your light, you hold your peace, you hold your truth in your sanctuary, and you face it. You have courage to face it head on, right? But you can say, free me from this prison of doubt. I cast this burden to you. Show me your will and restore me to faith and confidence. Beautiful, masculine. All right, so masculine, you're getting some truth. Let's talk about this. Tell me about truth for the masculines, please. Yeah, it's time to create space, masculine. Space. Space within yourself, within your heart, within your minds, within your friendships, within your expectations or jobs, whatever God is working on you and telling you. Spirit's already, you got Spirit nudging you, telling you what you need to create space for. Okay, what you may need to leave behind and release so that you can have the space, right? You're already getting the truth of what is going to create space for you. It's going to take courage to follow that truth and to step into healing the chaos. Some of you guys have already done it, and some of you guys are still working through it, I'm hearing. It says, what do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever people, places, or things drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. What is going to make you, what makes your heart feel loved and sing masculine? What is your truth? Right? What is an obligation? Spirit's been preaching this ever since I've been doing this. It's not about what you're obligated to. It's not about what people are expecting. It's about what is your heart speaking to you. What is your divine self in your inner sanctuary telling you is for you? Whether it's your divine feminine, or it's being on your own, or it's living in the middle of the woods somewhere, or it's being on a stage somewhere, or whatever it is, masculine. You know your truth. It's time to create space in order to find. The truth is in there. Maybe you're questioning that. Maybe that's what doubt's speaking about, masculine. In order to know your truth, find your truth, it's going to take you having to create the space by letting go of all of this other stuff, people, places, or things that are distracting you from your inner sanctuary, right? That are distracting you or keeping you too busy to go within, things like that. Now is the time, I'm hearing. It's time to find your truth. What is these masculines' truth, Spirit? The truth for you masculines is it's time to forgive and realize the times that you've been impatient. It's time to be in forgiveness and just, maybe we're trying to rush some stuff, masculine. I don't know what impatience is talking about for you. Use your own discernment. I'll read it to you. It says, my life is unfolding in divine timing. All delays are beneficial. I'm always at the right place at the right time. You're always where God's putting you, babe. Right? Just you keep working on having space, releasing and having space for the divine, making room for the divine to show you the truth, and not letting people, places, or things trigger you or control you or expect things that aren't your truth. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And it's time to move in forgiveness, masculine. Forgiveness of yourself and forgiveness of your feminines. Forgiveness of family. Forgiveness in your childhood wounds. Forgiveness of any anything. It's a forgiveness all across the board, Spirit's calling for us to move in, okay? It's time to embrace that, remember? It was in the middle of our energies up here. It says, healing comes from acceptance. Help me, dear Lord, to fully accept what is, knowing that this alone will open me to the new. Fully accept, that is your truth, to move in forgiveness, masculine. Okay? Anything else for the masculines when it comes to forgiveness, Spirit? Yeah, it's time to get control over your emotions, masculine. Not to let your uncontrolled emotions be your trigger, be the currents that move you in your life. Okay, it's time to hold steady, I'm hearing. Right, masculines, you guys hold your emotions in so much that when they're triggered, they just explode. They explode within you and they come out of you in toxic ways. And it's time to take a really good look at that and work with the divine to clear that up within your inner sanctuary so that you're not triggered by uncontrolled feelings and emotions. Right, is what Spirit's saying. What is your truth, okay? It's time to choose your path. What else for the masculine? We're about to go. I know this is long, y'all. I'm sorry. But I can't help it. I love these messages. What is this, masculine? Okay. Be the light, masculine. It's time to hold steady. It's time to hold steady. Be the light. White witch. Okay? Come out of the darkness and be the light. No matter what kind of darkness you feel like you've been in, or that you've done this and you've done that and you don't deserve forgiveness, God says you do, baby. Your divine feminine says you do. She's been fighting for you every step of the way, whether she realizes it or not. As she's holding the light, she's pulling, it's that step. She's pulling you forward too. It's time for you to be the light, masculine. Don't let the darkness control you through triggered feelings here, okay? It's time for you to hold the light. Let's get you a crystal card, masculine, and we're going to close this out. Oh, Spirit's saying, let me pull you some goddess energies, masculine. For the masculine, what is the god/goddess energies these masculines are moving in right now, or you're moving them towards? Let's see. Hestia, the goddess. Okay, this says the goddess of the sanctuary, masculine. This is your job right now. Clearing out your sanctuary, baby, okay? Let me read this again. A sanctuary resides inside you no matter what is happening. That's talking about these uncontrolled feelings, right? No matter what's trying to trigger you, don't let it affect your inner world, right? Don't let it rise up in you. You got to take your power back from that. Find your balance. But it says, a sanctuary resides in you no matter what is happening. This inner temple beckons you to enter. Take a deep breath, enter, and sit down on the throne of your own heart. The goddess of sanctuary, no matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. What else? Yeah, Inanna, the queen of heaven and earth. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. That's going back to being brave and honest, masculine. So whatever you've been holding back, whatever you've been hiding, why? Spirit saying you're only harming yourself, and you may be thinking you're saving other people's feelings, or you don't want to face this, but you're only harming yourself. It's time to get in the energy of forgiveness of self, releasing all of this stuff, releasing anything you think that is wrong, that you need. I'm wrong. Maybe you think you have a sexual addiction or a negative habit or any type of addiction, right? Any type of addiction. Maybe you've had extramarital affairs. Maybe, you got a drinking problem. Maybe you're this. Whatever it may be, masculine, there's no reason for you to hide it. You cannot hide it from the divine. And you trying to hide it from others is only making you judge yourself. It's only making you be susceptible to uncontrolled triggers, uncontrolled feelings, right? Spirit's telling you it's time. It's time to hide nothing. It's time to step into your full embodiment of the light. Your full embodiment of the light and be the light. Nothing can hide in the light. No darkness can exist in the light. Right? So in order to be the light, to step into the light, you have to purge what you feel like you've been hiding. No matter what your excuse for hiding those things are, whether you're hiding it from yourself or another. It's time to see and accept all that you are. And then we got the divine feminine on the bottom, the cosmic egg. I hold the universe within me. I am the force of an ever-expanding love. Masculine. Yeah, you got Bridget, the goddess of the eternal flame. I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. Masculine, you're doing beautiful, okay? Whatever's triggering you that you've been holding back, okay? There is nothing that is unforgivable, Spirit's telling me to tell you. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you've made a deal with the devil himself. That is not unforgivable. Quit letting the devil control you, right? Quit letting him think that he has power more than your God. Seriously, because he doesn't. Time to take that power back. Time to take those contracts and rip that shit up by being the light. Okay? Anyways, I love you guys so much. Let me pull your crystal card, Masculine, and then we're going to go. I know this was long. I apologize. But I hope you guys have benefited from this. What do you want to say, Divine Masculines? What do you want to say to the Divine Masculines? Okay, Divine Masculine, you've got... This one's beautiful. What's it called? The citrine. Oh, yeah. Citrine is all about abundance. Good luck. The sun, being the light. This is going back to this energy of the value, the door to value, and the perseverance and compensation that you're receiving, Masculine. If you're doing, like, pay attention to what Spirit's talking to you about, because they're talking to you. They're all around you 3 different times here, right? You got so many spirits around you right now because you got an abundance coming in for you. Manifest your masterpiece, Masculine. You've got some great ideas. You've got some courage. You've got some divine guidance working in your life right now. Don't let the darkness hold you back with judgment of self because you've hidden this or hidden that. Step into the light and shed that old skin, I'm hearing. It says a must-have for wannabe makers of art. How noble. And money. How, I don't know. So you're wanting to make art and money. It says citrine is a pale gold to smoky brown quartz. Those candy yellow citrines you find at shops are actually heat-treated amethyst, which is another beast altogether. Who needs it? Anyone with a big idea or a big dream, probably you, Masculine. I just channeled before I read this that Spirit said you had some great big ideas, some big dreams, and you're being spiritually supported and guided into these things, and you're being given value and compensation so that you can be charitable with these things, right? Charitable with your feminines, charitable with the world, charitable with whatever your idea is, okay? Where to put it? Wherever you set intentions. Place some citrine in your pocket each morning, and it makes an energetic statement like, greatness is out there and I am coming for it. When to use it? When it's time to really get on your grind and start creating the tomorrow of your dreams today. Now. Whatever this is, now. Live in the present and do it now. Okay? And then you've got the fluorite. It's time to sharpen your focus, Masculine. Spirit's saying it's time to get focused. It's time to get focused, okay? It's time to get focused. Time to get to work here. Time to put your ideas into creation, okay? Fluorite can range from pale green to deep purple. Often it's both at the same time. It occurs all over the place, and it's good to vibe with when you are all over the place. It's time to put some roots down, Masculine, okay? You've been all over the place. It's time to get rooted. Who needs it? They're perpetually distracted. Anyone with a vision worth sticking to. Masculine, Spirit's asking you to create space from your distractions right now. Remember that. People, places, or things that aren't serving your highest good, that aren't supporting your healing, right? That are trying to use you, abuse you, misuse you, whatever, right? Keep you distracted or obligated for their reasons. Time to love yourself and do for yourself, Masculine. Okay? Where to put it? Wherever you find yourself constantly tempted to check your phone. When to use it? When you want to take an uninterrupted 20 minutes to meditate, an hour to finish a book, or a lifetime to concentrate on your unique calling here on earth. Aw, Masculine. Okay, there you go, beautiful. It's time for you to get focused. You got support, spiritual support. Spirit saying tap into the light, tap into your ancestors, tap into your guides. Your divine feminines are not crazy, Anything they can do, you can do too. Right? Anything you can do, I can do better. That's not true. We can all do the same, right? It's like, don't compare yourselves to one another. It's all about being on that step, one turning around to reach up for the next one. You got to climb these steps together, okay? Together. And if you can't do it in the physical right now, at least you got to understand, if you're doing it within your own self, if you're focusing on your own inner sanctuary and your inner divine union, then you guys are in union energetically, and you're going to see yourselves in physical union, I'm hearing too, as you both get into the energy of this. Okay? All right, I love you guys. Please like, share, or subscribe. I want to do more of these videos, so I hope y'all really enjoyed that. Thank you, Soul Tribe. Thank you, my beautiful Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine Collective. You guys are amazing. I love you so much. Bye.